Hello, world. Long time no see. To my pre existing subscribers, you're probably here because my YouTube channel was called something else. And the videos that I had on there were unboxings about the Saint of the Month subscription box, Eastern Orthodox gift shop hauls, one review about the Packed One bag, and most recently, a few years after that, it was a review on the Magical Cash Book by Damon Brand. From the looks of my former YouTube channel name, Magically Mundane, my channel appeared like it was going to be a channel about spirituality, but I soon realized that I wanted my channel to be much more than that. So I'm still gonna talk about those things sometimes, but what I plan on talking about is just anything that I'm learning, realizing, and discovering about our mundane world, about my spiritual journey, and sometimes a mix of both in one video. But more often than not, the longer I have followed my curiosity and gotten honest with myself, my conclusions often go contrary to popular opinion or the status quo, and a lot of people might not be ready to hear what I have to say, let alone want anything to do with it in the first place. And most people I know in real life will cast me in a negative light just because I believe differently to the vast majority of people, even though I'm not really out to get them. I'm not converting them. I'm not trying to get into debates with them. I am not trying to be a contrarian on purpose to make me look like a pygmy by being quote unquote different or unique from other women. Whatever I share on here will be my honest conclusions resulting from tireless ruminations in my head. Sometimes I'm awake at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. when everyone else is asleep, and these will be the thoughts that are running through my head. But where my honest opinion is the same as the general consensus about something, I will let it be the same. And where it is different, I will let it be different. I will not change it just to appear more popular or likable. My goal for this channel is to be a safe space for me to voice my honest thoughts and experiences about whatever makes me me. And in so doing, give permission to others who are thinking about doing the same thing. We think that we're alone and that no one else is like us, but I have found a few other YouTube channels on here that are a lot like me. We're not all totally the same, but we agree on a lot of things. And I feel like if we found each other, we can realize that we're not really alone. If you were to profile me and try to see where I'm coming from, suffice it to say that I am a millennial, immigrant, recovering shopaholic, woman, mother, wife, daughter, lifelong spiritual seeker, middle-class citizen, healthcare worker, and a dabbler in all sorts of endeavors, both by necessity, like cooking and cleaning, and as an escape, like painting, crafting, mending, junk journaling, my spiritual tools like cards and crystals. The reason why I am going with a faceless channel from now on is to double down on my intention not to attract attention to myself. I didn't make this channel to impress anyone. I already do that at work on a daily basis and in society at large when I have to talk to people in person. But rather, I made this channel to express my real self, to have an outlet for my unfiltered thoughts. And I don't think that my physical appearance is necessary to do that. I don't want my face, body, clothes, makeup, nationality, hair color, jewelry, or lack thereof to be another layer or filter which others try to judge my words and opinions. Again, not because I fear the judgment of others, but I just want to protect my privacy and uphold the safety of my family and myself as I speak what's really on my mind. In place of my face or complicated B-rolls, I got the inspiration from a channel called Tragic Reality, which is also a faceless channel, where he simply uploads videos of his hikes or the view when he skateboards or just the scenery whenever he hangs out in nature. I rarely do any of those because if I'm not inside my house doing chores, I'm at work or I'm hanging out with my family on the weekends. But my reality is full of cooking, cleaning, tending to my plants, gardening, playing with my pets. And while I can do that forever and still have a mountain of other things to do as a woman of the house, I deliberately try to make time for my hobbies. So I had an idea to also upload videos of that while I learn how to sketch, paint, and just whatever task my hands have to do at the moment. And as for being a shopaholic, a recovering shopaholic, I amassed a small mountain of knickknacks that I consider to be personal treasures, not really items that are expensive in the real world, but they're treasures to me. And I amassed a small collection of things like tarot cards, crystals, and other spiritual tools, a few vintage compacts, some oracle cards, and Lenormand cards. So I had the idea of making flip through videos of my cards and showing my crystals from time to time and my other tchotchkes. But I found beauty in them at some point in my life and I decided to include them in my life. So I'm just going to show them instead of showing my face. I think that'll be more interesting. As for the why for this channel, some of us just need this space to be ourselves, and unfortunately, not everyone that we know in real life can relate to it and handle it, let alone accept it. Not because we are evil, narcissistic psychopaths necessarily, but dark and light exists in everyone. And I believe it is important to face both sides of ourselves and be honest about it. But not everyone will do this work, and not everyone will be comfortable hearing it. Going bigger towards our institutions like government, education, religion, and human life in general as we know it. A lot of what we do is absurd and insane, and we shouldn't be afraid to acknowledge, question, criticize, and express that in order to work towards something better. Why go public, you ask? Some channels I follow have shown me that I'm not alone in my thoughts, and a lot of people can actually relate, but they cannot express it in their real lives the way they do in the presence of strangers online. And while technically strangers, we feel more like kindred spirits than the people we are actually with in our day to day. So, welcome to my public private diary, where I talk about anything and everything that triggers a reaction and thought process in me. A lot of it will be about life in general and about spirituality, and sometimes it will be a mixture of both. And my views can change every day depending on what I'm learning and discovering about myself, because I'm always evolving, learning, and growing, and that's just how my brain works. So that's all I have for you today. Feel free to enjoy the rest of the flip through. This tarot deck is not in order anyway, so it probably doesn't make any sense. But that's all I have for you today, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for listening.